stream for Season 2 of Masks, presented by Roll for Change. Masks is a powered by the Apocalypse game that is distributed by Magpie Games, created by Rob Conway. We are currently raising money for Doctors Without Borders.
Yay!
If you go to rollforchange.org and click donate in the upper right hand corner, you'll be taken to our campaign where you can donate. We have the same lovely players as we had for Season 1, so I am going to go around in alphabetical order, and you can introduce yourself, your character, and give us some details, starting with Ash.
Hi, I'm Ash. I use they, them pronouns. I play Siphon, she, her pronouns. And she is a redeemed villainess.
And Bailey.
Hi, my name is Bailey. I use she, her pronouns. I will be playing Spark, who also uses she, her pronouns. And she is the Nova, no longer the Star.
And Elle.
Hi, I'm Elle. I use they pronouns. I'm playing Dino, who uses they, them pronouns, and they are the Beacon playbook.
And Lynn.
Hello, I'm Lynn. I have already screwed it up. Cool.
All right, take two. And
Yeah, I know. And see. Hi, I'm Lynn. She, her pronouns. I play Tip, the outsider. She, her pronouns. Yeah.
all right, and I am Nick, he, him pronouns, and I play every other
All the
all the people, all the people.
Pronouns.
So we are coming off of a big battle versus an invading force. It has been about a month. So before we get the team back together, I would like to do some individual scenes with each of the characters. Starting with, in the order I have them here, in no particular order, Dino. Dino, you are in an office with Connie. If there were seats available, would Dino be sitting? You've been there a little while.
Yeah.
All right, so they're seated and Connie is standing and pacing a little bit. And I won't go into exactly what she's saying, but she's giving you a bit of a speech about how we need to be prepared, how without Paradox things are about to get way more difficult, and she needs you to step up and ensure that everyone's ready.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I'm going to depend on you a lot. And I know we've been training only a few months now, but this is big. Something took out Paradox. We need to be ready for that.
Okay.
And we move over to Tip.
Oh.
And Tip is in an ice cream shop.
Yeah.
And so is Tip's father and
Okay.
Grand Dandelion.
Did we ever get a name for her dad?
Top.
Sure.
No, he cannot be Top.
Bailey,
No.
Bailey, can you please not?
Fine.
Not on this screen.
Cap.
He cannot be Top. I veto that.
Fair, okay.
All right. His name right now is Dad because that's what Tip calls him.
Okay.
When I figure out a name, I will let you know. But Dandelion, Tip, and Dad are enjoying ice cream. It's been about a month, so you've been to this ice cream shop about 35 times.
No, that sounds about right.
And you're all enjoying yourself. And the panel is big smiles for everyone. And Dad finishes the ice cream and puts the spoon down and just goes, all right, I didn't just bring you here for the ice cream.
Are we getting more food after this?
Tip, I have to go.
you got an appointment today?
I need to find your mother. She's still out there somewhere.
I thought you and Grams knew where she was.
I thought so too, but I got a message and she abandoned that spot. It was completely ghosted. Something scared her and she ran.
Can I go with you?
That's when Graham speaks up and says, "Oh, I'm gonna need someone here to help me out."
There's people here, Grams.
Kiddo, you know you gotta stay.
I know.
But hey, here's what I did, and he like pulls out a cell phone, an Earth cell phone, and just goes, "Look, whoop. Hey, I can talk to you whenever I want, right into your little craft thing."
Can we text?
What? What's a text? And I think that's a good place to end the scene there. And we move over to Siphon. And so Siphon's reformed, but does Siphon go on patrols for the school? They would ask her to, so.
She would go on patrols, but she would not wear a costume.
Okay.
She's just, it's basically like her morning jog, but she occasionally punches people.
Okay, so you're on your morning jog. I think the first scene is just bodies in an alley. And Siphon walking away from it and just continuing on her way.
Mm-hmm.
And you get back to your dorm, and the whiteboard that's on the front says you have one piece of mail in the mailroom.
Siphon kind of goes like, "Ugh, okay, let's do this," and goes to pick up the mail.
All right, you get down there, and it is addressed from prison.
Mm-hmm. As I figured.
And it is written out to you using your mundane name.
Yep, Caroline Mossworth.
Yes, thank you. I'm assuming you open it.
Yes.
It's just one line, and it just says, "Hey kiddo, Spectre is coming. Let's beat them up, or I'll beat you up. Mom."
Aw.
Aw, she remembered.
Then your phone rings.
I have caller ID. Who is it?
It is Ciudad del Sol Police Department.
I answer it and it's like, "What did she do this time?"
Yeah, this is Detective Green. Your mother is gone.
Yep, that's pretty much what I figured. Good luck.
That's we'll end the scene there. Spark,
Yes, sir.
you are with Dee Dee.
Yay!
And
She doesn't hate me.
what would you do for like a mundane day out with Dee Dee?
A Klondike bar.
Oh, I'm so very good. They go to the arcade and they do DDR.
Okay, so
And
you're
DDR.
you're doing
Yep.
the partners DDR.
Yep.
I would think Spark is more coordinated than Dee Dee in my head canon.
You would think, but she's really good at this game.
And you finish up and you hear a voice behind you. It's just like, "Hey, you mind if I cut in there?"
I turn around and who is it?
And Enrique is standing there.
Yeah, she just leaps from the
Yay!
machine and just like throws her arms around him and is like, "Hi!"
And he gives you a big kiss. And it's just like,
Aw.
puts you down, and it's just like, they transferred my mom here so I could come back. It's costing a little bit of money, but it's worth it.
Yay!
It was a bit hard down there in Florida.
Yeah, I can imagine. Is she doing okay?
I don't know. They can't find out what's wrong.
Aw.
And she
But-
just kind of gives him a little extra squeeze.
We'll get it. We have the best minds here. I'll talk to Paradox, and we'll figure this out.
Sounds
And
like a
we'll take that as a chance to get the team together. You are all going to Paradox's hospital room. This is something that I would imagine you had done a few times over the course of the month,
Mhm.
just to see how
somebody has
everything's
to
going.
fill in.
Let Glenn sleep a little bit and get food. But you're going, and he's there. He's got a button-down shirt that's like sloppily, like it's not ironed. He looks a little bit of a mess.
This is Glenn or Paradox?
Glenn.
Okay.
I was gonna say, is it Paradox in a coma?
Paradox is still on the bed in a coma.
Yeah. It's hard to look good in a coma.
hmm
Unless Paradox just happens to be one of those people.
And you walk in, and Glenn looks legitimately happy to see you all.
Yay.
Yay.
Tips
are
brought
happy to
flowers
see-
again.
Yeah.
And food.
I was gonna say, and Spark's got food.
Hi, Glenn.
Hey, they made progress. They made.
Oh?
Yeah.
They think they know what it is. It's some sort of virus they found.
Ooh.
Here, look,
Like-
and he's like taking the medical chart.
Virus?
No, not quite that tip. It's like a virus for your body.
Meat computer virus.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Maybe when we get home, I'll let you watch Osmosis Jones.
Okay.
And he takes a medical chart, which you are fairly certain he's not supposed to do.
Yeah, I think that violates HIPAA.
He's the adult in the situation, so. And he just hands it to you. Whoever will take it, he's like holding it out. And he's like, look.
Siphon has no problems breaking HIPAA.
I was gonna say, and Tip's looking over her shoulder because
Are you
Tip doesn't
floating?
know anything about. Yeah, slightly floating a little bit. I forget that I can do that.
I've broken a couple hips in a few. Nah, no, that's too forced.
You tried.
Yeah.
Break a hip a week.
Tip doesn't know anything about what HIPAA is. Isn't that a thing for hippopotamus?
No, precious. No, it's not.
So looking at the chart, unless you have a very extensive medical knowledge, a lot of this is kind of going over your head.
Yeah, no,
That's a chart.
I am a high school student.
But
Ivan has been watching a lot of House.
you do know
It's not lupus.
unknown virus, potentially meta.
What's meta?
Metahuman.
Metahuman. It's like more. It's like what we are.
So
Except
it's
for
a
you, because you're not actually human. So
I'm
yeah.
also I don't have powers.
No, but you are
You
mega
are-
awesome.
I was
Wait.
just gonna say adorable.
So wait, is it
It's condescending.
is a super virus then?
I guess.
Glenn, what does it mean?
Well, it would have to be a super virus to knock him down this long. He's never quite been out this long.
Wait, he's
Oh,
been
he's
out
been
before?
out before.
Yeah, he's a superhero. He gets knocked out all the time. Sometimes for days.
He gets knocked down, but then he gets up again.
They're never going to keep him down. But,
What kind of drinks does he like?
yeah.
Hmm.
So Glenn he has a look of like hope on his face
Oh,
that if they found out what it is, maybe they can cure it. He just says he'll be back. soon enough. But there's something else, and he's gonna take the medical records back
Mm-hmm.
and put them up. On the door, Nick says, "Not being a doctor."
They go like right in front, like at the bed, like.
Oh yeah,
I was
Yeah.
gonna say I
In
have
front
a
of the
lot
bed.
of experience being accident prone, so you know.
but he does have a folder next to him that he didn't have last time you were here.
Okay.
And he's
Ooh.
like, so yeah, one of the things that Paradox set up was to make sure that if this ever happened, I could handle his affairs.
Mm-hmm.
So are we all adopted now again?
Not quite.
Wait, no, I just got used to the first family I was adopted to.
Relax, it's not that.
You can
It's
be
just
adopted
that
to more than one family?
I wanted to let you know you're going to
In
have a new
Utah,
headmaster.
yes.
We're gonna have a new headmaster. What now?
There's going to be someone new running the
Is it you?
Paradox
Is
Academy.
it Connie?
It is Connie, yes.
Well, I'm gonna go put my resignation in before. I
No,
get
it's Spark.
expelled.
Spark, it's fine. It's fine.
Mark,
Hey.
we can't do it without you.
I'm sure she's already drafted your expulsion form already.
I'm saying I just want to get ahead of it.
We also brought in some new students and a new teacher.
Ooh. Anybody we know?
He like flips over and he's like, I don't think you would have heard of any of them.
Glenn, so what you're telling me is Dee Dee was not accepted into the academy?
Oh, yeah, we
I
have a
spent month
DD here.
campaigning. Okay, we're good. Okay. I spent like a month campaigning.
Were there any aliens this time?
Not an alien per se, but there was one of those experimentals that was put in, and they are
What
quite formidable.
what do you mean
I-
experimental?
Oh, you know, one of those kids that island government took and started doing stuff to.
Excuse you?
Your government does that here?
Not mine. He's like got his hands up.
I was gonna say, I guess I can't really talk, but
Yeah, no, we rescued them, but you know they still need to live lives.
True.
They can't
true.
just be victims for the rest of their lives.
No.
that's very true.
When do we
Tip
get
is
to
a
meet
bit
the
more
Z-Men?
lately, I've noticed. Oh, no.
So they should be coming tomorrow. There's going to be a big assembly.
Is there going to be another dinner?
Right? I was thinking about that too.
Is there gonna be more food?
You know, I hadn't thought about it, but I think that's what Paradox would have wanted.
We gotta have all the foods.
And then we'll cut to the dinner.
Yay!
Okay.
Yay.
Tip
Done.
is just
We're all sitting
Dino-
at our lunch table.
Dino
Tip's just got
has
like a whole little table to herself. No, I'm just kidding.
Dino because when we came into Paradox Academy, they made us a cake with like little figurines of us on it, and Dino wants to make sure that that same thing has happened for the newcomers.
Connie had no idea that happened, so like you telling her that makes her like feel bad, and it's like yeah, we should definitely do that. Hold on, and she's like pulling up pictures of them and trying to hastily
Talk
make
to your
that.
LARP friends. Maybe
I
they
was
have
gonna
some
say Tip
minis.
has the means to make some of this stuff. We just need the cake, which Dino bakes, don't they?
No, I think their mom is a.
No.
No,
No?
Screen Print Mom and Lawyer Mom.
Lawyer mom.
For some
No.
reason, I thought one of them ran a patisserie.
Nope.
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 Does
Nope.
Dino have a third secret mom that I don't know
Secret
about?
mom.
I mean, technically, Connie is your
Secret
third
baker
mom.
mom.
I do remember
Oh.
Dino baking.
Yeah, I think that Dino made brownies at some point.
Yeah.
So
Oh, if it's brownies you want, then Siphon can.
No
I
side-
also remember that exact joke happening last time as well.
Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure that
Enrique
Siphon
told us
was
no.
actually hot.
Yes, Dino was. Yes.
So,
Tip can make the figures.
okay, so teamwork happens.
Teamwork. Montage.
I would like a roll on how good this cake is.
Oh,
Okay.
snap.
Oh, do you need a roll for the figures?
From all of us?
Probably just Tip, to be honest. Because
Oh.
Well, Tip is not making the cake.
I'm not making the cake. I'm making the figures.
Yeah, Dino's making it.
Who has
Dino's
the highest
there is no
mundane?
bake a cake move, though.
Yeah, it's
Who
called
has the highest
mundane.
mundane?
Mundane.
Unleash your powers.
Yeah,
Okay, unleash your
power.
baking powers then.
I was gonna say mine's like.
Actually, this would be a comfort or support move, technically.
Oh,
It would,
yeah.
Go for it.
What do I don't know if we've ever
2
come
dice
or
plus
supported.
mundane. 2 dice plus
I've
mundane.
comforted and supported someone because I get a special like thing when I comfort and support people.
I think everyone's supposed to get a special thing, but you know,
Oh, I rolled double sixes.
this is
That's the way
such
I
a good
like
cake.
I don't remember what my mundane is because it's been a while. I'm +1, so I got a 13.
Woo! And
Good
Tip,
episode.
unleash your powers. Roll and add freak.
Oh, and my freak. Oh wait, hold. Let me check something real quick because I think my freak went down. Where is it? Nope. Cool. Something else. Oh, that's right. My danger went down. Ah. Okay. Okay. Cool. I got a 7 plus 3, so 10.
All right, this is a very, very good. They will feel as welcomed as you felt when you came.
Yay!
You have
Teamwork!
successfully paid it forward.
Awesome. Do we get a plus team for that?
No, because you're not in a battle against a dangerous foe.
Yes, it's a combat against
We're in a
social
battle with
awkwardness.
hospitality.
You're in a social combat.
Dude, some of us need that.
So there are 5 newcomers. One of which is Dee Dee. I believe everyone
Yay!
would recognize her at this point because you've all seen her.
Tip is gonna give her a huge hug because Tip hasn't seen her in forever, and
Yep.
Tip doesn't know the awkwardness that happened. Tip just remembers filming stuff with her.
She's in a full superheroine costume.
Like, is it a mecha or is it just like a bodysuit with some gadgets?
It is now a bodysuit with like gadget gauntlets.
Is she Iron Man or?
No, it's like a.
Okay.
Is it like the thing from Alien?
It's essentially like what gymnasts wear, like the like thing,
Okay.
but with
So a leotard.
a leotard. Thank you, and with diamonds all over it.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Kind of
That's nice.
Harley Quinn-ish, but less red.
Okay.
Tip still
I'm
gives
gonna
her a
have so
hug.
much fun with this.
Dee, it's so good to see you.
All right, it's good to see you as well. I'm really lucky to be here. I'm just so happy.
I'm so excited to see you here. It
Yeah,
hasn't been the same without you.
I can't wait to go out with you and Spark and your other friends as well. I can't wait to meet everyone.
Yeah, Siphon and Dino, they're right over there.
We ate lunch with them for a very long period of time before we
The next guy is a guy of average build, or average height, but muscular build.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a tight bun with his sides and his back completely shaved.
Nice.
And he's a decent looking guy, but not like anything super special.
So he's no Enrique.
Caucasian.
No threats to Enrique.
And he looks very awkward and like he doesn't really know anyone here, and he's it looks like he feels out of place.
Spark's just gonna walk up. Hi, my name is Spark. You can call me that or you can call me Joe. It doesn't really matter. Welcome to Paradox Academy. Feel free to sit anywhere you're comfortable.
Well, mighty thanks there. We had a Joe back in my hometown.
And what's your name?
My name's John Drake.
Hi, I'm Tip.
Oh my goodness. Hi.
That's Tip.
Hello. What's your name?
John Drake, y'all are the ones who saved the planet, right?
Maybe.
I mean, that technically yes.
Definitely
Hi,
the
John.
SoCal area.
Yeah. I don't know what SoCal means, but yeah.
Southern California.
Oh, okay. Lynn knows that, just to be clear.
We're trying to keep it.
It's a kind of taco.
It's a wait.
Baja.
There's a taco I haven't had yet. Siphon.
Oh, I could tell you all about some tacos. And he's gonna start talking to you about different types of tacos.
Tip is going to listen with bated breath.
Does he have a hero name?
Did you ask him?
I asked what his name was.
And he said
I
John
gave him
Drake?
I gave him my hero and my mundane name, so.
Yes, you did.
You did ask him his hero name.
Yeah, you just asked for his name and he said John Drake.
Fair. If he wants to tell me his hero name, he can. I'm making a list, but whatever.
Checking it twice. Gonna find out who's
You could certainly ask.
Is
I mean-
your hero name Taco John?
And he does that like long.
Thank you, Ash. I needed that reaction.
I don't use a hero name.
Oh,
I'm John.
cool. That's
very
does
Lex
it.
Luthor of you.
I'm the same way.
Yeah, it's See, I'm more here based on willpower than actual powers.
Oh, me too.
And he looks like completely happy to hear. He's like, "But you're one of them that saved the." Oh yeah, I'm
know,
gonna learn
you're
so
awesome.
much here. I couldn't be happier. The next one is someone very striking. It is, to explain it simply, a lizard man.
Okay.
Striking red, like a crimson red, with very bright red eyes that look like they are piercing through the entire room, more so than looking around it.
Mark does the same thing.
Wait, is this the same person we saw when we were? This is a different lizard
No,
person.
that's different in Gecko.
Gecko is different.
Is the
Gecko is
teleporter.
green.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And
Wait, what color
perpetually
is this
lost
dude?
in the 90s.
Oh, that's right.
This
what color
one's
is it?
like a crimson red.
Okay.
And they are going to just walk right up, kind of while you're talking to John or while you're finishing up with John, and just be like, "Hello, my name is Dragonborn."
Neat. Hi,
Like the
my name is
game?
Spark. Shh.
What? There's another game I learned about from the LARPing people, and there's like a race in there called Dragonborn.
Yes, that's it's about the reaction I get every time.
Sorry, friend.
Have you
That's Tip.
considered a name change?
Did I do a bad?
No.
No.
Nope, not bad. It's awkward.
It's fine. I don't
I'm-
want to hide from who I am.
I'm sorry, Mr. Dragonborn. I get it. Okay, there's food over there. I'm gonna go get some food. Bye.
And the last two seem to be staying very close to each other and kind of whispering to each other. It is a short, skinny male, looks to be of possibly Arabic descent,
Ooh.
with tight cropped hair, and a woman of, again, Arabic descent with longer hair tied up into like a braid type deal.
Okay.
And they will stay away from you unless you approach. Like, they are not going to approach you.
Spark's going to go say hi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tip
But
comes back with a huge plate of food.
So the welcoming committee's going to go up to them, and they do stop whispering for a minute and look up and just go, "Oh, hey," the woman says. You're the heroes, yes?"
I suppose that's one way to put it. Yes.
Is that what they're saying now? They're
It's
just
getting
calling us
really weird.
heroes?
And
Let's call them gyros.
and that actually
Are there
gets both
gyros?
of them to laugh.
Are there heroes here, Ash? Ash,
Ash.
Ash.
Oh no, Ash has jumped through the dimensions.
Frog, this has to see
Oh no! are there heroes here, Siphon? I feel like you're hiding all the food from me.
Never mind.
Okay.
And the guy clapped his hands. I'm not gonna do it, but clap once. And goes, "This is why we joined. We joined for you.
What?
You inspired us to come here.
Are you talking to me?
All of you."
Oh, okay. I was about to be like, really confused but flattered. But now I'm just flattered.
Pet Siphon's hair. You were so inspirational.
You all are. Everything that you did. It's well known at this point. And the woman's going to be like, okay. He gets a bit excited about it. We do appreciate you. And I don't want to bore you with tales of what you've already done.
Mm-hmm.
But it's an honor to be here with you. My name's Dart. This is Chain over here.
Dart and Shane.
Dart and Chain.
Are
like
those
it.
your heroes' names or super? I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
Yeah. My name's Liz. And this
Hi,
is
Liz.
Tarak.
Hi, Drac. I'm Tip.
Ah, fantastic.
So even though everyone knows who she is,
She still
fixes up,
introduces
yeah.
it. You know
She
what?
still introduces herself.
I think Dart's gonna reach out her hand and to shake.
Tip totally shakes her hand, probably a little too eagerly.
Okay.
It's really nice to meet you.
So I can already tell that I am going to gender swap them all the time if I don't write this in now. Okay. Hopefully I did that correctly. Okay. So those are the 5 newbies. And Connie is sitting in Paradox's seat. And Connie has never looked more uncomfortable in a situation than she had. This is probably the first time most people except Dino have seen her on, like, anything but focused or angry.
Mhm.
And this is definitely the first time any of you have seen her just straight up uncomfortable.
Can I just bring her like a little cupcake and just, you're doing great.
She would thank you.
Oh,
And
Okay.
Jem is there as
That's a
well.
first.
right.
Jem's looking a lot better as well.
Yay!
Healed up.
They get her all buffed out.
Yep.
With a nice polishing cloth.
And after about an hour, Connie stands up. She's short though, so some people don't notice right away.
You get her a booster.
But she clears her throat. Just goes, "So, this is a very temporary arrangement, but I will be headmastering this school for now. I want to ensure that all of you can continue your education. So I have a few announcements to make before we move on. A few of our students have graduated past our first year program in record time, no less. It should come as no surprise, but Dino, Tip, Siphon, Spark. We're going to be moving you on to full-time patrol. You've proven yourself.
Tip has a mouthful of food.
We as an academy are lucky to have all of you. And on to
Yes.
perhaps more exciting. we do have a new teacher here as well. And I wanted to introduce him to everyone. So, everyone, please say hello to Timothy Thomas. He
Best
walks
name ever.
in, and he is wearing a very sharp suit. It is very normal, except for the tie, which is a very bright blue, like a baby blue color. And
Dope.
Does it clash with everything else he's wearing?
no, he kind of planned his outfit around that tie.
Okay. Just need to make sure.
And he walks up and waves to everyone. Just says, yeah, I will be handling the education for half of you. And I cannot wait to show you exactly what I know about heroics and how to best represent yourself in the world. There are some who are still distrusted here. And he looks directly at Dino. And
Really? Wait. What did he just say to her? Or them?
Them that they were distrusted. I like to think that everybody at the table just puts their head in so they're making eye contact with him, like, excuse you.
Wait. He just said Dino was distrusted?
yeah, they invaded everyone's privacy and set up a defense system that people didn't want.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
He did
yeah.
play NSA.
Sorry.
Yeah. That's why Dino's so concerned about HIPAA now.
Dino's like, no, we need to follow all the rules.
I
But-
took things in my hands one time.
Let me be clear. I will help every one of you. I don't know you, and I'm going to start with a blank slate and go in with no thoughts about any of you. I'll give all of you a chance. I'm sure you're all wondering exactly what qualifies me for this position.
Not your fashion sense.
And he
I like your suit.
taps the tie clip, and it's a very quick kind of like henshin sequence where he is bathed in blue light, and then when he comes out of it, he is essentially a Sendai hero with the full body suit and the bright blue mask with the black visor.
Our new teacher's a Power Ranger.
He just goes, "My name is Deep Dive."
I'm sorry.
D, okay.
And he does a really, really corny pose.
I had to Google Sendai.
It's a Power Ranger.
Power Ranger.
Yeah, which is funny because Tip's outfit is slightly Power Ranger.
Mhm.
It's perfect.
And then he dials it back, turns it back into the suit, and just kind of goes like, "Ugh," and sits down. And unless anyone has any scenes to play out there, the dinner kind of goes off without a hitch.
Siphon, any shenanigans with Tip and Siphon doing any pranks?
Siphon wasn't planning on any pranks, but the instant that Tip said something, she is totally down.
Go on.
What do you want to do this time? We could change the food. Well, I don't know how to really change food that much. Do we have anyone's thing? I can hack someone's thing to like project a little hologram.
Oh, I think I have an idea.
Okay.
So the plan is, no, that's mean towards one of my own, and I'm not gonna do. Never mind.
Wait.
Look at that character development there.
Now I want to know what you were planning.
I was planning on like, doing something involving like just like having everyone's phone simultaneously start playing Sparks like old YouTube videos at the same time.
Joke's on you. She shut down that channel. Those videos are gone.
Oh, that's what you think. That's
I
what you
mean-
think.
Tip's a hacker now.
Yeah, Tip's a hacker now. I can do something so that the cell phones of the teachers all play something. I can have is there like
Okay.
a song or something in
Yes,
there?
there is a song.
Do the really
Let me cue
annoying
it up.
frog sound.
Okay.
So,
Uh,
Lynn,
mhm.
Yeah.
please roll to unleash your powers.
Okay. Is this plus freak?
Yes, it is.
Okay, cool. 9 plus 3, so 12.
All right. So, what song are you playing off of all of the teachers' cell phones?
I'm
Does this
trying to think
include
of
Connie,
a good,
too,
good
by
way
the way?
to set up. 'Cause
What'd you say?
The hamster dance.
Oh no! It's way better than that.
If I get in trouble for this, I'm going to be so mad.
Spark just looks over at Dino and like, just go over there real quick.
Yeah, so apparently in the last month, Siphon has taught Tip how to do pranks.
Oh no.
In this particular instance, Dino is or Siphon is going to loudly say she tries to set it up very cleverly, but then at some point just like someone makes a comment and then she just says, "Oh, that's so sad. Alexa, play Despacito." Despacito. Shit. Oh,
That is perfect.
I
And
don't know if I know that song.
You don't know Despacito?
you don't know
Hold on, I got it on my
Despacito?
phone.
Despacito.
That's okay. I'll look it up afterwards. I probably have heard it.
It's all in Spanish. It's wonderful.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So Tip makes that happen.
all right, the prank goes off without a hitch. And if you don't want it to be known who did that, although Siphon was very, very obvious about it, so really only Tip's involvement could be hidden at that point.
Mm-hmm.
But it's up to you.
I would just say, how could I have possibly done this? I have no technical experience.
Oh, who has an Alexa in here?
Yeah, exactly. How was I to know someone actually had an Alexa? I was just telling a funny story.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know who all knows that Tip can hack now except for the group.
They would probably actually assume Dino.
Yeah, that's why I said,
No!
hey, don't get me in trouble here.
Tip is probably rolling on the ground laughing.
Put a cream puff on your horn and just.
Just like, that was a good one, Siphon. Like, that's the thing. Siphon's taught Tip about pranks. Tip is not good at hiding them right now.
So you're good at performing them, and then as soon as they're done, you just give
Yep.
up the.
Yeah. Because, like, this is the great thing with Tip is, like, Tip will do a thing, but not do it quite right. So I think that works well for pranks of, like, she's enjoying doing the pranks, but also is, like, proud of doing the pranks.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
That way Dino also doesn't get in trouble.
How thoughtful.
So we will fast forward to the next morning.
Dino also gave an open invitation to John to join them in training sessions.
That night or the next day?
Like the open invitation was given at the dinner.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Yeah. So it's like whenever you want type thing.
Yeah.
He was very, very, very happy. And he did say that he might take you up on that if he's not doing anything tomorrow.
Okay.
But much like when you first joined, you didn't quite understand how the academy worked. They're in that same boat of being like, we're here. Now what?
Nobody else will. Spark's gonna give them tours and tell them very specifically they are not allowed to have droids or drones anywhere in this building.
After the dinner, Enrique's going to give them tours because he's still technically in that position.
Fine.
But you can definitely go with him.
I might. She might be a little puppy dog right now.
The next
month.
morning, Enrique would come in and just, everyone, Connie wanted to speak to you in Paradox's office.
Isn't it technically her office now?
Shh, nope,
Apparently,
still
she doesn't want us calling it her office. She has an office down the hall, she said.
Okay.
So why doesn't she use that office?
She said something about the computer access, and
Oh, Lord.
I don't understand it.
I mean, if she's having problems with her computer, I can take a look.
She might actually appreciate that.
Okay.
Go on. Go on out there.
Doop doop doop.
Are you putt-putting over there on the craft, or are you walking?
She's skateboarding or hovercraft, like hoverboarding it.
All right. So we get the panel of the party walking in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I imagine Spark being like very upbeat and happy. Dino kind of being a neutral walk, and then Siphon being the hands in pocket, like just too cool for school walk, and then Tip on a
doing some
hoverboard.
sweet flips.
Mm-hmm.
Spark's been trying to see if she can go faster. She wants to see if maybe she got some of her dad's powers, but I doubt it.
Yeah, it doesn't quite.
She's trying. She's trying.
So you do walk in, and Connie is already standing, and off in the corner, away from like the desk and everything.
I heard you need some computer help.
Yeah, what?
Enrique said there was something wrong with your computer in your office.
Yeah, how's the new office treating you?
Come with me, and she's gonna walk all four of you to her office. And she,
By the way, Tip does not stay on the hoverboard when we're inside.
Yeah. I think you had established that already. So
Yeah.
you are polite.
She's learning.
She's like, okay, give that computer all of the access as the computer in his room.
What do you mean access?
I need all his files. As a teacher, I'm not supposed to have them, but I'm not a teacher right now.
You just need to give her admin privileges.
So what I'm doing is okay then?
Yeah, yes. You know what?
Okay.
I'm glad you asked, though. I'm glad you're starting to question things.
Yes, it's that sort of thoughtfulness and consideration of others' privacy that we sorely need on this team.
Oh, that flashes Connie. She has this look like, girl.
Spark's just gonna take a step to the side so she's not within chair chugging distance.
So I guess I'm going to unleash my powers or whatever with the hacking.
I'm just gonna give it to you on this one because
I was gonna say it's a move.
And it's such a low, like, you're not turning the computer into a supercomputer, you're just turning admin access on.
Yeah,
so
I'm literally like just putting admin access on it.
like Tip would go in and just be like, wait, is that it?
Yeah, exactly. This is like I was at the doctor yesterday. My doctor didn't know that you could like click the date and time on the corner of your screen and get the calendar to pop up. So it's kind of like
you need a new doctor.
It's like, oh, all you had to do was just click this button that says admin.
It's turning
Thank
off
you.
parental controls.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it would be a little more. I would assume for this school it'd be a little more intense. But Tip is just like, yeah, and says it earnestly, not sarcastically or anything like that. So all you had to do is click this button and say yes, and sign an agreement.
Yeah.
Did you read the entire agreement?
Thank you. Right.
You're welcome.
I had you here for a reason, and it wasn't for my computer. Congratulations. I've taken the liberty of registering you with the government. You're a team.
Wait.
Oh, okay. I'm already registered with the government, but on a different.
Yeah, that came up.
Technically, so am I, since I'm metahuman.
And I think something governments with our, I don't know.
I was off the grid before now.
Connie actually says, yeah, you were all registered before, but now you're as a team.
Okay. Does that mean we can still go to school? Because I really don't want to, like, drop out of school.
Not only that, I need you here.
Okay, good.
We got some newbies coming in, and all of you can teach them something. So I'm going to have them rotate in and come with you on what you're going to do. Okay?
Are we teachers now?
No, you're not teachers. Think of yourself more as aides.
I was gonna say, are we TAs now?
Yeah.
Do we get paid?
Yeah, that's an important thing.
Yes, I can make that happen.
We get some money?
Yeah, we'll deposit it into your parents' accounts.
Wait.
Seeing as you're underage.
Tip, you still have the black card. You're good.
Oh, that's right.
Also, that's gonna be our mom's now account, I guess.
Legally, that would be
I was gonna say
mom's
Graham's
getting
Dandelion
2 times
is
as money.
Yeah, I was gonna say Graham's Dandelion is now planet side, isn't she?
She still is, yeah. I imagine she is also living in the Arcadia house.
I believe it was stated that they technically adopted her and the dad too.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about
In the
that.
fine print.
Dino's moms are just putting all this money into separate college funds.
Yeah.
Even though they're already in school for what they're going to be when they grow up.
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah. What if they want to be an engineer? We don't know. We don't want to force them.
I also have to remember Tip is not like money hungry, so I have to fight her just like hoard all the funds.
Well, I mean, she did come from a fantasy planet. Maybe she's got some dragon in her. I need a hoard.
That's how we're gonna find out that Tip's mom's actually a dragon.
There we go. That's the secret deep lore.
Yeah.
Siphon, I set up an account for you.
Ah, thanks.
Here, and she like slides information that has like the PIN number and the access information to it and everything.
Now you
Your
can
dad
pay for
have
food.
that?
Now you can pay for food too, Siphon.
I offered it to your dad, but he said that he didn't think you would want him having that. Oh, you're muted.
Oh, am I?
Yep, there you go.
There we go.
Oh, sorry. I thought he would.
All right, I put myself as a co-owner on it, so if you start going crazy with it, I'll have to talk to you.
No,
Please, for both of our sakes, let's not make that happen. There's a reason I'm not a parent.
Does this mean we can get even more food and ramen?
Exactly.
Yay!
I would like you to go out this afternoon, so I'm giving you a little bit of free time. So, do with it what you will, and then meet up with John. I think he has the most to learn, unfortunately. And, to be honest, I didn't want to take him in. But, Jem spoke highly of him. And said that she wanted more people with lesser power bases in the school.
He knows a lot about tacos, and I think that can be really valuable, especially for the cafeteria.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take that into consideration.
Because I knocked her out.
It might be.
Her mom said,
I have some files to read, but if anything comes up, visit me here, or I'll call for you. I'm not going to be calling Enrique anymore, though. You're, kind of on the same level as him now, so...
We're on the same level as the intern. We've really made it.
Wait, I thought he was a student too.
he's just on the welcoming committee.
Because he's a student.
Adam's
And
an RA.
also, I think he's...
Yeah, essentially.
Right, Spark, he's your special friend? Is that what you said, or is it
Shoot.
Just
just as completely straight face and normal?
As Spark is like pushing Tip out the office, like, well, you seem to be busy. We'll let you.
Yep. I get ready for those patrols. Yep. Also, can I please see the rule book? I have to look up some policies.
You're fine, she says, and then hands you a copy of the rule book anyway.
Thank you, Mom. And then she just like slips out.
Yeah, as they're walking out, Dinah's like, "See, Spark, I told you she's not that bad."
She's so angry sometimes. She scares me.
I would like, I don't know if I want all of you to do. Yeah, I want all of you to do this.
Oh no.
Okay.
Everyone roll to pierce the mask on Connie. We were all
okay.
in that conversation for a while.
What is that?
Roll and
mundane?
add mundane.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm going to count successes as 10 plus. 7 to 9 as neutral, and then under 7 as a minus.
Oh, jeez.
And you need 2 successes to get questions as a group.
That OGs was not directed at you. Just it was me.
I
turning
really
your
hope y'all
Got
roll well.
11 total.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Mundanes.
I got a 7.
Even. Bailey.
I got a.
Oh,
I rolled a 4, but I have a -1.
Okay.
Tips her usual oblivious self. That's a 6.
All right.
To mark potential.
Oh.
No potential for this. It was a team one.
Boom.
No.
I need 2. Come on.
I'll give you a
So
bonus
close.
team for failing that next time.
Okay.
But as a team, you really didn't notice anything. Seemed like Connie, everything's great.
Mm.
Yep, there's no power dynamic issue problems that she's having right now.
Crisis
Yep,
of faith
there's
being
not something
called
that-
on.
Y'all,
People are intentionally making her uncomfortable about because it's funny.
Oh. God.
So
y'all made me rub my eyes, and I put on eyeliner before
oh
this.
no.
All of you
That
wrong.
I'm sure mine's all messy at this point.
So we'll set up some scenes to happen as the before, if anyone wants them. I would like to end with Dino and John sparring, because I think that would be a fun scene, and I have something for it.
Yeah.
So, Bailey, Lynn, or Ash, do you have anything you want to do in the morning?
I do, but if the other two have a more interesting one, I can wait my turn.
You go first, because I don't know.
I have nothing.
So one of the things that Dee Dee and Spark have been working on is a program to help identify villains
Mhm.
more quickly.
Okay.
It is called the Diamond Protocol.
Mm, spicy.
Mostly in charge of it. Basically, it's facial recognition software that will be like, "Hey, this is so and so villain, and this is what they're."
Speaking
No
of privacy.
It's like a Batman database essentially.
Oh, you mean the
That
thing
thing
that they
go-
established was
yeah,
bad at
yeah.
the end of the second
That
movie?
thing didn't
Got
go
it.
wrong at all.
Yeah.
She's trying to be a more efficient hero since she's decided that is her straight and narrow path she wants to do. So
Okay.
if it's more efficient to have information about villains in the area, then maybe yes, she looks at criminal records that may not all be open.
The original Diamond Protocol was just like you guys showing pictures to Siphon and it was like, oh yeah, gotcha.
Okay, no, if you're down
met
for
him a
this,
few-
I will 110% say that they did ask Siphon for some help. You are
It-
credited in this program.
I think that it was they had like flashcards of villains to start,
Oh, that's
and it was
so
like,
good.
which one's this? Which one's this?
I mean, gotta start somewhere.
Right.
Fed Siphon like brownies and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, Dee Dee is working on that when you walk in, and because it is cool, she has a holographic. Oh, I should probably have my wrist up here, like a holographic screen there, and a keyboard jutting out of her wrist, and she's typing on it.
Kind of like the Omni tool from Mass Effect.
Very much like the Omni tool.
Perfect.
Now, do they have their own floor? Like all the newbies have their own floor, like we do?
Yeah, they got their own area.
Okay. Then she's just kind of like knock on the area and be like, Dee
Dragonborn opens the door.
Hi, Dragonborn. Is Dee Dee home?
She's in her room.
Do you mind if I come in and see her?
Sure. And he like
Thank
lazily slinks back to the couch and flops back onto it, watching TV.
Is it too cold in here? Do you need it to be warmer to be more active?
Oh my goodness! I like how Tip is the one that's awkward.
I'm just curious.
And just stares at you. His red eyes.
just curious. She's trying to be helpful, but doesn't really know how
Oh,
to do
the
it.
stereotype of person.
I'm sorry, but lizards typically get when they're cold, they're not active.
They're called Dragonborn.
Yeah.
Dragons are lizards.
There's ice
Are they
dragons.
lizards though?
Yes.
I've heard arguments that they're more like felines.
Fair, okay.
This
Whatever.
is why
Anyway,
the rest
she's
of our
just saying-
stream
I've heard arguments they're more like birds.
Yeah, I think they're descended from birds, or birds are descended from dragons. I'm not quite sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Can I
god.
ask anything?
Dee Dee lets you in.
Hi, Dee Dee.
Oh, hey, there's a couple bugs in here that I'm just working out, and nothing malicious, just I think I coded some stuff wrong.
Do you need a rubber duck?
No, I'll get it. Don't worry. We have some patrol today or something that we got to go on, so.
Oh, yeah. So our group is taking, I think his name is John, but eventually you will get to patrol with us, and I'm really excited about that. That's going to be really fun.
Oh, yeah. No,
Are you okay?
that sounds great.
She's just going to give her that look.
Look,
Dee
it's
Dee.
not, it's just that it's a lot to live up to.
Yeah, but you're Dee Dee. I wouldn't be Spark if I didn't have Dee Dee. We went over this. And
Okay.
you're not, and you're you're Diamond right now. You're awesome.
I would
You
like
are
you
The
to,
best.
I would like you to roll in Add Mundane as you are comforting or supporting her.
I will, but I have so much
She's
pain.
still got to deal with the fact that you called someone else her best friend.
Dee Dee is my sister. There's a difference. That's like a friend love.
Yes, but the whole thing that spurned her. to
Oh,
this
I am
bad
not
dude.
so good at that. So
Uh-oh.
that's the exact same roll as last time. That's a I'm sorry, no, that's a 4 instead.
Oh
I'm gonna
no.
go ahead and mark my potential on that one.
Okay, I'm gonna take a hard move and pocket that for later.
Oh,
She's
poor
trying.
Dee Dee.
Trying so hard.
And she
Oh.
looks at you and just goes, I know. Look, I won't go back to that. Don't worry. I just want to make you proud. And she like gives you a hug before you can say anything after that.
I'm just gonna
Both in character and out of character. Part of me is hoping that Dee Dee becomes a supervillain because I have $5 on that.
Oh, against Tip, don't
Yep.
you?
Yeah.
Tip doesn't understand that she took a bet.
Tip doesn't know why Siphon keeps trying to give her $5.
Yeah. Just buy me ramen.
All right. So you have the scene. You two are just kind of working together on it.
Yeah. Spark doesn't know how to coach. She's just there for moral support and to be like, oh yeah, I kind of actually know this person.
Yeah, and eventually it breaks down where you're not coding anymore and you're just gossiping about people.
I show her the pictures of Enrique.
She shows you some pictures from back home.
Oh,
Of who?
There was a basketball player who she dated for about a week before she,
Aw.
left.
Are you still
ghosted
talking
him?
to this player?
Come on, girl. Like, what am I supposed to do? Just be like, hey, sorry I left and became a supervillain. You still want to date?
I mean,
Hey.
it works for some people. I'm fairly sure Siphon's got a fan club.
Yeah, I don't think I have the same allure as Siphon. I think it's different. I'm working on it.
Fair.
Besides, there's some much better people around here. Have you seen the beach? And the conversation just kind of goes from there.
Fair.
And I believe Tip and Siphon both said they did not have anything, correct?
Did we want to do something?
Oh.
You
Do
don't.
you want to get ramen?
I was gonna say either getting some form of food thing with Siphon or going to see Graham's Dandelion.
I like the idea of going to get ramen. I can do something.
Yeah,
with
let's
that.
go get ramen.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Walking there or riding the craft? Because I think we established you can fit 2 people max on there.
Well, we can fit everyone. One of the things is that
Oh,
it
right,
changes.
right. Forgot
So
about
we've
that.
had it set up that it can change size.
All right.
So I mean, there's like a limit. Like it's not going to be turned into a huge spaceship or anything, but it can definitely fit all of us. So
Right.
I guess it would just depend on what Siphon wants.
Let's ride in style.
I imagine there's like certain ways that the Kirby Craft looks when Siphon wants to ride in it.
It's got
all
like racing
black.
flames on the side
Got
or
racing
something.
flames on it.
There's a spoiler on it.
Yeah. Not because that's what Siphon likes, but just because Siphon's like, this is dumb. Let's do this.
What's the point of the spoiler? That's what you called it, is a spoiler?
There's no point to it. It's just to look cool.
Okay.
Factual. You get to the ramen place. You are walking in, and there is a giant gorilla at the counter.
Gorilla! And
Winston.
Tip goes and gives Gorilla a big hug.
And he gives you like the littlest hug that he can give, like the one finger, I don't want to crush you.
Yeah. Hi, Gorilla.
How you been?
Good. How are you?
Glad to be back. Glad to be back on Earth.
This is my friend Siphon.
I
I've heard
Siphon,
of
this
you.
is Gorilla. Gorilla helped me one time when there was a person who was really mean. I think I told you about the person who was mean and didn't want to give me food or was going to charge me more or something. And then Gorilla showed up and then there's a...
Yeah.
I took care of him.
What?
Oh, nothing.
Gorilla's also like, what? I like to think it's at the same time, the two of them with like the same face. Girl's like, I'll pay for your meals. You want to sit together?
Yeah.
Sure. Free meal.
I know. That's... Not that Tip cares about money, but yeah.
So he does that, and you have a conversation with him. Is there anything you want to ask him to kind of pick his brain about?
Tip is ordering all the food, by the way.
Okay.
So he's maybe regretting his decision.
I don't think Gorilla, it like phases him because
Oh, okay.
he eats quite a bit as well.
Back on
He
Earth.
also is Earth. I was gonna say Tip is.
Yeah.
ordering-
Where was
Where was
Oh.
what?
he doing off Earth?
Oh, there was apparently an insectoid problem coming this way. Me and the team had to go take care of it.
Oh, that's where he was when there was the whole fight.
Yes.
Oh.
I heard what you did while I was gone. It's quite impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tip fought in single combat. I was a battery.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised at how that all went down. I've interacted with your mom before.
I'm
Never
sure
really-
you have.
Never
Wait.
really thought it would go this way.
I was gonna say, who's mom? He interacted with my mom.
No.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh.
Not yours.
That's-
Although I'm not quite sure you want me to interact with your mom the way I interacted with Siphons.
What happens with Siphon's mom?
People
I-
get hurt.
I punched her.
Siphon, where is your mom? I don't think I know stuff.
Oh.
I actually don't. I knew where she was. Now I don't. She's a little bit gone.
Wait, what?
Is she
He pulls out a computer and he's like,
is she a bad guy?
We don't like to put labels on it.
Okay.
It's hard to call her bad after what she did recently, but if she's trying to shirk on doing her time, then I'm not entirely sure what I think about her now. I'll look for her, and maybe I'll be able to...
Don't even sweat it. Don't even worry about it. I'm sure, like, if you are gonna look for her, probably like a good place to check would be like the closest bar to the prison.
He actually chuckles at that, and it's just like, I'll have our best men go right away.
I mean, in fairness, if it sounds like your mom was a prisoner.
Yeah.
I mean, my parents were prisoners, but they weren't bad. Or they were, well, I guess the correct term is fugitive, which now it sounds like that's what your mom is now, Siphon. But that doesn't necessarily mean they're bad. It was just a problem with the, what's the term you used? System?
Yeah. Something like that.
So, is it kind of like that? I mean, well, in fairness, I technically was a fugitive too, but, you know.
I don't know. What is your stance on bank robbery?
Oh. I don't... Was the bank a bad place? Were they doing evil things?
Like, probably, yeah. Every bank does that.
Every bank
There is no
on
ethical
Earth
consumption under capitalism.
Is that how every bank on Earth is like?
Yeah.
Oh, well then it doesn't sound like your mom did anything bad.
Well,
I
she
think she
also
was-
stole 40 pies. That's 4 10s, and that's terrible.
Was the
terrible.
pie evil? Or the pie maker?
Was the pie evil? Let's end on that.
Yeah, you know what? That sounds like a Tip thing to say. Was the pie evil?
Dino?
Uh-huh.
John's gonna... Are you hard to find? Because John doesn't quite know where you... like, where your room is. So, he's looking for you. But unless you gave him your phone number?
They're probably, like, in the gym.
Okay. So, he, like, looks for you around the grounds, gives up, goes to the gym, and then is like, oh! Howdy, what's up? You wanna
Hey.
you wanna do this?
Yeah.
Alright, let me go get changed. I'll be right up. Yeah, it goes into one of the changing rooms. And he comes out wearing like a cowboy outfit.
Of course he does.
He's got like
Are
stirrups.
you just putting the entire
God.
cast of Overwatch in this game? Is this
Oh, my first thought was perhaps a more obscure reference of Ellen Showdown.
Yes, Clay.
It's high noon.
See, I've never played either of those games, so
Challenge Showdown was a TV show.
I've never
Yeah.
played either of those games. Sticking
I've
with
never-
it.
I haven't watched that show.
Oh right, Samurai Showdown was the game. Never mind.
I appreciate the reference.
I feel like I've hurt Ash, and I feel bad for it.
It's
So
okay. Ash got my Taco John reference, and that made my night.
So he comes out, and he looks like a Wrangler, and just walks up.
Oh my god, Nick, this is great.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Tiny's like, this is what you work out in, but isn't gonna say anything.
Y'all ready for this?
So
Damn, you
he's
look
gonna
like that.
follow your lead because he doesn't quite know like how it works here. So, where would you lead him? Like, what would you do to kind of show him the ropes here?
Yeah, I think Dino shows him to there's like the obstacle course and you can push stuff out of the way. And like, so what are you good at?
Well, I punch. I'm real good at punching. And running. I'm pretty good at running. Really running and punching.
Okay.
And he like runs through the course once, and you're watching him, and you wouldn't use the word grace in any way to describe it, but he also gets through without touching any of the obstacles. And you're not 100% sure how that just happened. Because it looked real sloppy, and there are moments where you're like, he's going to land on his head. And he kind of saved it and got to the end.
Well, I heard you impressed Jem, and I knocked her out once. So you're probably pretty good. It was an accident. It was...
How
challenged me in single combat.
How do you accidentally knock someone out in combat?
I kicked her real hard and she flew out of the ring.
That was such a good moment.
Is that ring here?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you mind?
Oh.
No, let's go.
All right.
Oh, sweetie.
So he's gonna get in there and immediately drop into a boxing stance.
Dad,
Okay.
they better kick his butt.
Look, we'll see.
And he kind of looks intense for a moment and then drops it and is like, wait a minute, what are the rules?
Taco Bell rules. No rules, just right.
No, you gotta have some rules.
First knockdown?
Yep. If somebody says stop, we stop.
Perfect.
What's the safe word?
It's
all right.
stop. It's the safe word is stop.
All right. And he like reaches out a hand, like he wants to, like a boxer, like he wants to touch gloves, but he's not wearing gloves, and neither are you.
Uh-huh.
Can I just say right now?
Do
that
you touch hands with him?
The old jingo for the old catchphrase for Taco John's was, "Once we get ya, then we gotcha." Gotcha coming back for more. Taco John's.
Yeah, Dino will do that. And if he's not going to make a move, they're going to grab his wrist and try to flip him.
Yeah.
Roll to... I don't know if that's going to hurt him right away, so I want you to roll to unleash your powers.
What?
Okay.
That's directly to engage the threat.
Yeah, it kind of
Because
is.
unleashing your powers is freak, and mine is at a -2.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a... Okay, well, I rolled an 8 total, so that's either a 10
no.
or a 6, depending on whether this is unleash my powers or directly engage a threat. So this matters.
I'll give you directly engage. So you can pick 2 from the list. You have the list in front of you, I believe.
Yes.
But for the people listening, I will read it off anyway because I remembered that this time. You can choose to either resist or avoid their blows, take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies that aren't here, or impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition. You get to pick 2 of those.
I would like to avoid his blows and impress him.
All right. So is it a judo flip or are you just manhandling him?
No, it's a judo flip.
Okay.
Dino's not big enough to just...
No, but size doesn't matter in judo, so you just over the hip and onto the ground. Do you keep wrist control?
Yeah.
Okay, so you are just looking down, holding his wrist, and you do see his face of... He's impressed, but also is determined.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to pull down as hard as he can on you to try and get you on the ground with him.
Okay.
You did technically win, but he's kind of like, he's still going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine.
How do you react?
I think that I will let him pull me down, and then I'll try and make a move out from there.
All right, well, what move are you making? Like, you hit the ground. He's going to pull you basically on top of him, but not,
Yeah.
Not perpendicular?
Horizontal.
It's like, you're like corner.
Parallel.
You're like a 60-degree angle.
Parallel.
Parallel, thank you. Perpendicular would be the other one.
Elle
Yeah,
technically said parallel first.
Okay. Thank you to
Yeah.
all of the people smarter
Parallel.
than me in the call.
These are the two ones. It's like this.
Yeah. And you
Okay.
you are on top, and I'm going to say that you probably had to let go of the wrist to
Yeah.
do that.
I like put one of my legs on him so I can have a little bit more like of my body weight, and like just kind of put an arm gently across his throat.
All right,
Oh.
one more directly engage.
So that is 6 plus 2 is 8.
Okay, you get to pick one from that.
I don't know what to take from him.
I'll give you a hint and tell you not to take that one because the fight's about to be over.
Okay. I guess just like resist or avoid
Okay.
again.
So the way that you land, he would have pulled you down in a way that he could have done some damage on the way down, but you managed to twist your body so you're kind of capturing his arms with your leg, and you get the throat, and he just sort of, he verbally submits. He says, "Stop."
Yeah, Dino gets up.
And he gets up and just goes, "Yeah, I can see why Jim is, well, I would say frightened of you."
Did she say that?
She don't need to. It's in her face. She talks about you quite a bit.
Yeah.
And he's like getting out of the ring at this point and going over to some other, like he's gonna go to a workout machine or something, but we'll continue the conversation. She's I would say she's a fan.
Aww. Aww. Yeah, Dino.
It's supposed to be sparring, and I just completely ruined this man in 2 moves.
Yeah, he seemed like grossly outclassed.
Yeah.
Dino's the best.
I need to go easy on him.
Also, you need to take him out patrolling later.
I do need to take him out patrolling later.
All right.
Hey, gotta break that ego.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna suggest. Like, take ego.
He didn't really have.
Yeah, he doesn't have
He was-
ego.
He wanted to fight, but like he wanted to do it in a way that was like, "Hey, let's spar." Not like Jem, who was like, "I'm gonna put you in your place."
Yeah. Jem was
I
like
didn't mean-
specifically just like, hey, when we get in that ring, I'm not a teacher, you're not a
Yeah,
student.
yeah.
Like no holds barred.
I didn't necessarily mean to imply that he had an ego, just like, here, let's set the expectation.
Yeah, there was definitely a.
Dino is awesome. And yeah.
And you are
Already
a
broke
child,
all of us, so
but he is working out. And we'll call scene there. That was a very good scene. So if there's nothing else, we're gonna fast forward to patrolling. And because it's been a season, I would like I mean, Siphon kind of already has said that she doesn't have a superhero outfit, but I would like to know what everyone patrols in. You already know what John's going in. So, what is Tip patrolling?
So like originally we kind of said her outfit was slightly like Power Ranger-esque, but I'm trying to think now, like I would assume there's been probably a change since she took down the general of her people last.
That is correct.
He was wearing armor, wasn't he?
He sure was.
I want to say she actually has some like particular armor of his, like just some piece of it that's now been incorporated into her outfit. That was like not necessarily because she wanted to, but it was like at some point some of the people like gave it to her. Like, this is what we do. You take this of your fallen. Like,
it's your trophy.
There's a from the collar. There's like a very very small point. And it's almost representative of a horn, and if you defeat them, they snap it off the armor. So you have that very small point. It's like stack a couple dice. It's about that tall.
Yeah. So she's like, crap, we'll say now she has like, not pauldrons, because that's the arm. Some form of like shoulder.
Pauldrons are the shoulder thing.
Pauldrons are the shoulder? I thought pauldrons were the arm, forearm.
That's gauntlet.
No, that's like bracers.
Yeah. Oh, bracers. Okay, so yeah, so she now has like I should know this. She has pauldrons now as part of her armor, and that incorporates part of that. Like there was something that was made that incorporated that point, which she still doesn't like feel. She still feels uneasy about, but she's trying to, there's certain expectations now, I would assume. But it's still very much the whole, like, kind of Power Rangers-esque outfit.
She's a Mad Max Power Ranger. Got it.
Yes! That is the best.
No, now you're the Green Ranger, because he's the one that has the power.
Oh, really?
She's got spikes all over him, though. The Green Ranger was never that cool.
But yeah, so it's like that, and I forget what color it is. I'll have to like re-listen to what I said about what color her outfit was.
It could also be different now that you're
change colors.
You're a different person.
I think like pink just stands out to me for it.
Yeah.
So pink, and she's the pink Power Ranger. And if the situation calls for it, she has some technological like helmet that will go up if she needs it.
Perfect.
Like it pushes a button and it
right over her horse head.
Right over her horse head.
It forms in two pieces so that the horn doesn't.
Yeah, the horn sticks out of it.
Also, in case you've not known, Tip has a horse head.
Oh yeah, so for
very important.
Buried the lead there a little bit.
Tip is an anthropomorphic blue unicorn alien. For those who are new to our stream.
Human from the neck down and then unicorn neck up, I believe.
Yeah. So think like BoJack Horseman kind of deal of so she's a blue unicorn alien, and there's constantly something on the point of her horn that changes all the time because otherwise Tip accidentally does things like cuts people's ties off and stuff. So we'll say right now there's like a star eraser on it.
Wasn't that the original item?
Yeah,
that was the original on the I think the original artwork I did before Tip was actually like a unicorn, when Tip was just like a human with a horn. So right now, yeah, she has a star eraser on.
That makes me happy.
And what does Dino wear patrolling?
Dino wears like basically like long underwear with a leotard over it, but now it has more padding because the big fight where he saved Southern California, they did kind of get like pushed and thrown into a building, and that hurt. So they have a little bit more padding in the costume now, and they have like a domino mask.
Yes, I do remember that. And just to kind of reset, what do they look like overall as well?
They're pretty short, like 5'1". They have one of the like classic gymnast build. And they're white. They have short curly brown hair. Did I write down what color theirs are? No. Yeah, right. Their hair is dyed purple.
Yes.
So I think that the color of the dye has changed since last season. I think it's now like a mix of green and blue, like a seafoam kind of thing.
Yes.
So I guess we will need to go to Siphon because we need a quick description of what Siphon looks like.
Yep. Siphon usually wears pretty monochromatic colors, black and white. She's got kind of like an undercut where like the sides of her head are shaved, but like she wears the top long into the sides. She also has a strip like of hair that's still growing long on the side of her head, kind of like a like instead of a sideburn, it's just sort of like from a little bit
side lock.
Yeah, it's a side lock.
Mm-hmm.
I remember to draw that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to look up my official Tip art so I can remember what she looks like.
She's kind of skinny, got a kind of a long face with several piercings, like one over her eye and like a few in her ear. And yeah, she patrols in street clothes. She does not do the whole hero costume.
But she's still like kind of goth like, right? Isn't she like always in black clothes?
Yeah, she's always like she doesn't change.
She's always in costume.
Mask? Worn a costume was like a burglar mask.
Last is Spark then.
I was gonna say Tip has pink hair and a white horn and blue skin.
And blue skin.
And blue skin. It is a unicorn.
So Spark it's been a long night. Spark used to fight crime in a very tight bodycon dress because, you know, it was part of being showy. But more recently, she stole one of her dad's old costumes.
Yes!
And refitted it so that it kind of works with her powers. So it's orange and white. She took out a couple of the sleeves or whatever, so it's a little bit shorter. But she also did get some wrestling arm pads and knee pads because, yeah, that also, ouch, that hurts. And then her hair usually it fades from red to yellow all the way down, and it's in a very high ponytail, and it kind of has a mind of its own, so it just kind of drifts and floats and like swells and gets smaller as she needs it to. And that is typically she fights crime, and it's white, and then it has 3 orange stripes, and then an orange belt, and black boots and gloves.
I would like to suggest one change.
Okay.
Would you be okay with your dad having given you that costume instead of you taking it?
Yes.
Okay.
Why you always gotta do this to me, Nick?
So
yes.
he will give it and just be like, I don't fit this anymore.
It is still a man's costume, so she did have to like adjust a lot of things, but she's like very excited about it.
With permission.
And she did keep the belt that says Wonderbolt on it.
Aww.
It's a W made out of lightning bolts.
Yes.
Gosh.
Yes.
So you are patrolling. It's very boring for about a half hour. But it's something at this point the 4 of you would be used to that. You've done a lot of the whole patrols where nothing happens.
Mm-hmm.
About a half hour in, there is a loud sound that I'm trying to think if any of you would have heard something like this before. Yeah, I think you all, because you were just in combat, yeah. There was a loud explosion about a block away from you. And there's glass shatter and all people yelling and stuff.
Running towards it.
Yeah.
Time to go to work.
John is running with you as well.
I mean, I can fly.
Oh yeah, I can technically fly too.
Running. I can fly, but I choose not to.
Yeah, pretty much. I think it works on par with Tip. That Tip forgets that she can fly.
Oh, can I carry Dino and then when we get there I can fling them
Yes.
for a surprise attack? Yes!
And it just has a 3-point landing on a criminal.
Gotta make a good entrance.
Perfect.
So there is a what can best be described as a child's costume.
Okay.
It is a cardboard box with what appears to be a robot drawn on it.
Yes.
And it is like a full grown, it's not a child size person. It's just childish in nature. And it has like the tubes from the dryer for the hands and little claws for the actual, and is grabbing things and throwing them. And you do see a flipped car that has exploded. Right near this person, robot thing, is you can't tell if can't tell really anything about the person because they're wearing a very like baggy trench coat that is closed. They have a wide brimmed black hat on and a plague doctor mask on. And they just appear to be standing there while the cardboard robot is just flinging things around in chaos.
Are either one of these on my note cards?
Cardboard robot is, and that is the name, the cardboard robot.
I love them.
Oh, so good.
Okay.
Cool. Does that mean I know what their power is?
They
Other
are
than a
an
cardboard
actual
robot?
robot.
Can I roll to assess the situation?
You sure can. And Bailey, it also sounded like that's what you were doing as well. So
Yeah.
both of you roll and add superior.
Okay.
Much better, thank you. Forward.
Okay, this one. 9.
I got an 8.
All right.
So
You
you
may-
having flashcards.
You may ask one question from Assess the Situation. Bailey, because of your database,
Yay.
I will also give you the question of what is this villain's power?
Groovy.
Or what is this villain's motives?
I would rather have the power one. And you said we're doing assess the situation?
Yeah. Can you write that down as well? Because I'm
Yes.
definitely going to forget that.
Yep.
110% going to forget that. Also, after you're done with this, you are definitely entering battle against a dangerous foe as a team.
Yep.
Groovy.
So for my question, I'm gonna do how can we best end this quickly?
And
So-
I went. Oh, okay.
It appears that most of the damage is being done by the cardboard robot. You can't even tell if the other person is involved, a hostage, or just oblivious. So,
Okay.
The cardboard robot can take a lot of damage
Okay.
and can rebuild itself. So you don't need to worry about really holding back on it as if it were
Okay.
a human fighter. So really just disabling the cardboard robot would be the answer to that.
Okay. Tip would convey this information to the team. Get the robot!
And what is the question from Spark before we go into combat?
What here is the biggest threat? Because I'm worried about that plague doctor.
The biggest, can you define, do you mean the biggest threat to the most people, or the biggest threat to your team, or to you?
The biggest threat to our success in stopping the robot.
The cardboard robot is the biggest threat towards your success of stopping the cardboard robot.
Okay, there goes that.
You tried.
Tried so hard, got so far.
All right, as a team, who's the leader?
I'm gonna say Spark.
I was gonna say I'll do it. I haven't had a chance to do it yet.
Yeah, Spark.
Okay.
Yay.
Do you have influence over every other teammate?
Everybody but John.
Then you do not have influence over every other teammate.
Dang it!
I can't remember.
I'll give it to you because technically as a player you do.
Okay.
I can't remember who has influence over Tip anymore.
I'm fairly sure we all have.
I think everyone has
each other at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah. I think it was
I
everyone.
I was gonna say because I know like the influence stuff. It has kind of.
And you're all very close, so
Yeah.
I would be willing to say you all have influence over each. It's not like
Okay.
anyone's drifting away or anything yet.
Okay.
Anymore.
anymore.
What is everyone's purpose in this fight?
Protect the civilians, defeat the robot.
Does everyone
Kick
agree
the
with that?
robot's butt.
Yep.
Wait, what was it?
Protect civilians, defeat robot.
Yeah.
Yeah, stop robot from doing whatever is doing right now.
All right. So yes. Does anyone mistrust the leader?
Nope.
No.
Does anyone
Okay.
mistrust the team as a whole?
Nope.
No.
All right.
We're
does
all
it give
so
us
close.
4?
And you are not ill prepared or off balance, so you get 4 to start. And because you failed the team move on Connie, you get an extra one.
Yeah.
I didn't forget.
So proud. We have 5 team to start. Okay, so if I'm gonna throw Dino, I need you to say Domo arigato, Mr. Robot.
That sounds like a Siphon thing to say, to be honest.
I imagine this like
Fine. Somebody's gotta say it. That's all I need.
I'm gonna throw you, but you have to say this thing before I throw you.
Please. just please.
I think that the last thing on my list of drives is to stop a fight with calm words. I'd really like to talk this robot down.
Oh,
Hey.
so how... I think because Bailey and Lynn already got turns to try and assess the situation, that I am going to give Dino or Siphon first crack at this then.
Yeah,
And since Dino wants to talk,
Yeah, Dino, go ahead.
pierce the mask. Why is this robot doing this?
Excuse me.
Cardboard robot.
Okay, that's 8 in total. So I get 1 question.
Yes. What you got?
How can I get the cardboard robot to stop throwing stuff around?
I don't want to give you the cheap answer of knock it out.
Yeah.
Convince it there are more fun things to do.
Oh.
So
Are you conveying the fact that you want to end this non-violently to Siphon?
Yes. Yeah, I think Dino's like, hey, I think that we can talk this robot down as long as we convince it that there's more fun things to do than just throwing stuff around here.
And I will say, those who know super villains at all, so really everyone in the group now, because everyone's been around heroing long enough, would have heard of Cardboard Box enough to know that they aren't evil, per se,
Box ghost.
but they are more... They are impulsive. And will just do what they feel like doing for fun.
So they're
Because
like
that's what they're about, is fun.
they're like what a newbie player thinks chaotic neutrals about.
If the newbie player was like 7 as well.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's like a
Okay.
it's your average Kinder player.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
Hey, don't you speak about kinders.
It's like if the kid who wrote Axe Cop played D&D.
So, is anyone...
Can we tell newbie that
Siphon,
too, please?
Siphon, Spark, or Tip, are you going to act on anything to try and help this talk down?
Siphon is going to, because they haven't had a turn yet, is going to be like, hey, buddy, look at me.
And it, like, you think it looks at you? Its head is pointed in your direction. Are you trying to provoke it?
I am trying to provoke it to follow me.
Then roll to provoke.
Which is superior?
Yes, it is susceptible to your words because you're interrupting its fun, so it's not happy with you.
Okay, that's a 7 total.
All right. They can either stumble and you'll take a +1 going forward. They can give you a critical opportunity, or you can gain influence over them.
I guess create an opportunity by, like, having it follow me.
Okay. So it is, I don't want to use the word entranced, but it is definitely focused on Siphon. Would Spark or Tip like to do anything?
I'm still carrying Dino, so I'm just gonna set them down in like the coolest way so that they look extra special cool. So that
All
we
right.
Thank you.
I don't even think there's a role for that. It just happens.
Dino has made it clear that we're not doing violence.
Correct.
Mhm.
Don't do a hit. I'm going to. I mean, so you said the robot was like throwing stuff around, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way that Tip can like defend from the stuff that Roboto is throwing around?
Yeah, I
Like,
will say
protect a
roll
civilian or something
Mhm.
like that.
roll and add savior.
Okay. Oh crud. 7.
7. Okay. So you can add a team to the pool,
Okay.
take influence over the NPC that you protect,
Mm-hmm.
or clear a condition,
Mm-hmm.
and you do keep this civilian safe. So cardboard box robot was holding a mailbox, like those big
Mhm.
metal mailbox, and just kind of casually tosses it aside directly at a civilian,
Okay.
and Tip is able to swoop in and protect that civilian.
I'm gonna
However,
Oh.
because you got a 7 to 9,
Yep.
you either expose yourself to danger or escalate the situation.
I'm gonna I'm gonna do the add a team to the pool at the risk of exposing myself to danger.
Okay. So the robot drops its focus off of Siphon and turns to Tip, who had just protected someone.
Mm-hmm.
And it's whirring, like just making 90s modem sounds at you.
Okay.
Why'd you call my mother?
It's just like hand motions, and it looks like it's going to come after you.
Okay. And Tip, I would say because she still hasn't gotten her mind powers under control yet.
Mhm.
Like, thinks and it blasts into their mind. Well, that's not very nice. I guess everyone hears it because it's
Yep.
Yeah.
outer broadcast.
And John is going to step in between Tip and the robot and put his hands up in a boxing stance.
Oh no,
John!
John!
We're not hitting it.
And he's just standing there. He is not advancing. But the robot is now focused on John.
Great.
Sock'em robots.
Anyone can take a turn now.
Can I roll for my burn to see how many I get this
Yes.
scene? Real quick. All right, so I got a 6. So on a let's see, on a hit, hold 3, 7, and 9. On a miss, so I guess a 6 is technically a miss. So I only get 2, and I have to mark 3 conditions.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, burns are real good, but like, all right. So
I was gonna say, is Dino going to talk to them anymore?
by the way, I only need 1 to get to a 7. So
How
You
can
can
someone
tell
help
in
you
that
with your?
case-
Oh wait, you have someone who could help you with your burn. Never mind.
and so I don't have to take 3 conditions.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do a team thing. Dino's with you right now, right?
Yep. I just put them down.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, I have an idea.
Okay.
Okay, before we do this, out of character, Elle,
Yes.
are you still committed on, like doing this non-violently?
I'm fine either way. Dino wants to do this non-violently because that's one of their drives, and it's something that's been on there since last season. If things don't go non-violently, then that's interesting.
Okay, in
So
that
it's
case,
fine either way.
As
in
a,
that case,
as a GM, I do want to just throw out there, non-violent is still an option.
Yep. So what something that Siphon and Spark have been working on, I'm just gonna say, is that like while they're trying to get like their burn powers under control, is that like if they burn too hot, Siphon can like take some of the energy and like redirect it. So that's how like noticing that Spark is burning a little bit too bright, Siphon is just gonna like siphon some of the energy off, and like get ready for Hadouken.
And I think it's a very cool like end of the strip panel of like the strip is that Spark is increasing in power, and then Siphon is taking it from the actual panels and siphoning the energy on the comic strip.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I have taken a team off for that, and you got to 7, so that is a hit.
Yay!
So you just get
Awesome.
3 with no conditions, right?
On a 7 and 9, I still have to mark 1 condition,
okay.
but I still get my 3 burn.
1 is
so I
better
can
than
do-
3.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. I can do afraid, angry, guilty, hopeless, or insecure. I think since Siphon mentioned that she's like taking some, she's probably a little, and she's like, "Oh, I'm getting too hot. I need to calm." So I think I'm gonna take insecure for that one.
Okay, I like
so
that
being-
narratively.
Thank you. So that being said, I am going to use one of my burns, and I'm going to use worship, which is when you put on a tremendous display of your might, you spend 1 burn to awe an audience into silence, respect, and attention when you unleash your power. So basically, she's just like, "Hey, robot!" just like doing sparks to try to get his the attention back on her instead of the.
Roll and unleash your powers.
No, I don't have to. It's a burn. It's the equivalent of using a move, I think.
I think it said that I have the playbook.
It just says you put on a tremendous display. To spend your burn, you spend burn on your flare. You lose all your burn at the end of the scene.
Oh, okay. So you're losing all of it on this?
No,
No,
Oh.
at
it's
the end of the scene.
Okay.
So
Got
this
it,
is
got
just
it, got it,
one.
got it, 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 got it. So it's saying that when you unleash your powers, you do this. So whether you were successful on unleashing your powers, you get this effect. However, I still need you to roll to unleash your powers.
That's freak, right?
Sure is.
Awesome. I have a +2 on that. Oh, thank you. That's a 12 total.
Alrighty.
Yay!
So you were doing exactly what you said, and the robot, correct?
Yep. Just
The
kind of like
robot is entranced. This is now entranced.
look shiny.
And it seems to be very susceptible for Dino's words right now.
Yeah. Trying to think of what this robot would be. This robot seems to like to throw stuff around, likes to look at shiny things.
I mean, I could take
Is
a
there
flying.
like junkyard of like discarded parts somewhere.
Oh,
where
of
they
course
Wait,
there's
wait,
a junkyard
so
of
this thing is
discarded.
a robot, not like a legit robot, not a dude in a cardboard
this
robot
is a
costume.
robot.
It was established, yeah, that it is a robot that looks like a man in a robot costume.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood.
Whoa.
I have something I want to do after all
Okay.
this.
Just drop it in the ocean and it'll get soggy.
No.
So you're
Yeah,
gonna try and convince it to go there?
Yeah,
Okay.
because probably there are people who want stuff broken down, away from more civilians.
Mhm.
Shiny stuff to look at.
Okay, that sounds like you're provoking.
Yeah.
So wait, what is Dino doing?
I'm trying to convince this robot to go over to the junkyard and have a good
Perfect.
time there.
Perfect.
Okay. That's plus superior. What's my superior? I got double sixes.
Oh,
and
they
my
do it.
superior is 0. So I've had astoundingly good luck this session, and I'm afraid.
Next session, all ones.
No, it's fine. Everything's good there. It's gonna go. It's gonna be like there's lots of things to break.
Yeah, there's so many things to break.
I like break. Where?
Yeah. Over
Where
here,
can
we'll-
break?
Look, we'll take you over there.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. And it will
Let's
continue
go.
doing that until you start moving.
I was gonna say, can I just fly it to the junkyard since I know that's the plan now?
Yeah, you can pick it up.
Okay.
It would let you.
Oh,
It loves you. You're the best. You did
Come
the
on, let's
fiery
wait.
display.
Whoosh. Yeah, then I'm gonna go full out with this too. I'm just gonna tell everybody I'm taking him to the junkyard, and I'm just gonna gesture to the dude in the play mask and be like, "Meh, I'll be back in a minute," and then just all the noises and the sparks and
All
just
right.
as much fun, like you're taking a kid on a ride.
And John's just looking like, well, I'll be. So, what would anyone like to do?
I was gonna try hacking the robot, but
You sure could have, and that would have been super interesting because all you would have gotten was like very childish, sing-songy, like I want to have fun, I want to break stuff.
yeah. So I guess Tip's gonna look at the person in the plague mask, and step away from John or something. Like just approach the person in the plague mask and go, "Who are you?"
Help me.
I guess that's the situation.
Okay.
That was creepy. What's assessed?
Oh, sorry. I have it. It is superior.
Superior? Okay, 7.
All right. You may ask one.
Oh man, I don't even what here is the biggest threat? I don't even know if that's the
You're definitely skeeved out by this
yeah.
person. You can't even really tell it like gender or anything because the clothes are so baggy and the voice is so like
Creepy.
raspy that you can't get anything from it there.
Um,
Yeah, there's no. The biggest threat is probably the person in the plague mask, but you can't put your finger on why.
I'm gonna look at Siphon and just be like,
Siphon's gone. Oh no, Spark's gone. Siphon's there.
Spark's
Never mind.
gone.
Carry on.
they're saying help me, and I think we should subdue them. I don't know.
Does Siphon get like a life force from this?
Yes.
Okay.
Anything more would need to unleash your powers, though.
Okay. In that case, they're just going to be like, I'm probably gonna regret this, but I'm really dying to know, and just takes off the mask.
Okay, so you're walking right up to it?
Yeah, I'm walking directly in front of it and trying to take off its mask.
Okay. Do you say anything to it before doing this
I say
aggressive
exactly
action?
that. I'm gonna regret this, but let's see who's under that mask.
All right, I need you to directly engage then,
Okay.
because it's not cool with strangers coming up and
Yeah, don't do that, Siphon.
Siphon has been well established at not caring about.
Rules and such.
That's an 11.
All right, so you can take the mask and also resist or avoid their blows.
Yep, that's exactly what I plan on doing.
Okay. So they're uncomfortable, but you do it. And it is a female and has like sunken facial features.
Mm-hmm.
And the eyes have like black veins going through them.
Oh, dang.
And she looks very distressed and as if the light is suddenly causing her pain.
Haven't we seen something like this before? Didn't this happen to you? Happen to Siphon before?
I was
Siphon's was green.
poison.
Yeah,
Oh,
Siphon's
green.
was green. Yeah.
Oh.
Similar, but green.
What?
And she's gonna like clutch for the thing back.
The mask.
Yeah.
I'll give it back.
Okay.
What's your name?
And puts it back on. Help.
What?
And drops to a knee.
What would help? What would help?
Yeah.
What do you need?
And are you like all? I don't want to say crowding it, but that's kind of what you're doing. Are you
Yeah.
all up on it?
Yeah.
And she just looks up and just goes, oh, and then lunges forward.
Yep.
And John is going to roll to defend.
Oh, John. You sweet spring child.
Buddy.
Did he roll well or bad?
And John is going to shove Dino out of the way and get stabbed in the thigh with the beak of the plague doctor
dang.
mask.
Dang.
And it snaps.
Ooh.
The leg snaps or the
Beak. So there's
Okay.
part of the beak still in the leg and part of it, like the mask itself, and she collapses onto the concrete and is pretty unmoving.
Should maybe call emergency services.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Tip, do we have an emergency like line to contact or whatever?
Yeah, sure. Spark's coming
Yeah.
back now. By the
Tip's
way,
calling that. I don't. Who's that call? Does that call Connie or who does that call?
who would you like it to call? Who would you, the player, like it to call, not Tip? Spark, you come back to all of
What do you
them,
think, gang?
like
Does
looming over the beaten body of the
Who do
plague
you think she
doctor
called,
or the plague
Connie?
mask person.
do you think that like the police or the emergency room has like a special hotline for like
have to.
weird stuff?
Yeah, there is probably
Yeah.
a meta hotline.
So Tip is gonna call a medical facility because I would assume Oblivious as Tip
Medical.
has had training to know call these certain numbers with us. So Tip is gonna call. We need medical assistance.
All right, someone will be right there.
There's been 2 instances.
at this point, like
Someone else should call Connie.
Park or Siphon.
We know our characters.
Yeah, we know our
We're so good at this.
We're so in sync with each other. We know how to play each other.
She's gonna she's gonna look around for a second. Like, is anyone in this alleyway, or the civilians all clear?
The civilians got cleared out or
Okay.
hurt.
Can I use alien tech for the wounds on John?
Oh, I was gonna deal with
Oh,
that.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was just gonna.
Siphon the pain.
She's gonna take off her crop top and just gonna be like in a bra, and just like take out the beak and like cover it up with like whatchamacallit again, with her shirt.
I mean, I think you would start doing that and he would take off his vest and hand it to you. Because he's a gentleman.
Fine.
I was gonna say, I'd like to think that Tip has some. We're doing great, aren't we? Tip has some like. I'd like to think it's like this like foam or something, like a putty type thing that just like pushes
That's
in
your
and
alien tech.
yeah, part of the alien tech that essentially assisting Siphon.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Roll to comfort or support. Unless you want to unleash your powers.
Both of us, or
Siphon. I'm going to say that what you're doing would give the +1 if Siphon needs it for
Okay.
the team. Because after this, team's going away because you're out of combat.
yeah.
Yep. So that's a 7.
So
Okay.
+1 is an 8. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter, but
Yeah, it doesn't really help there. But you are able to... Which one were you doing? Unleash or support?
Support.
Okay. So,
Because like unleashing my powers would involve
yeah. Like,
It's like
actually
something
siphoning.
yes.
So you take it out and bandage him up. And no blood comes out. And the wound has already blackened.
uh-oh.
With the veins around it becoming black as well.
Oh, no.
Oh jeez. Okay. Well,
That's necrotic.
Honey.
does anyone have a bone saw?
I could
No,
cauterize
no.
it.
You
Can
say
I-
that and John passes out.
Can I check,
Oh, we broke the newbie.
can I check the other gal?
Mhm.
So checking her out.
Okay.
Hello?
She's out, but breathing.
Can I inspect the mask?
Yeah, you take the mask off and what are you looking for?
I guess I'm trying to see if there's any like devices in it, or because obviously something was up with that beak
Mhm.
that caused it. So I guess between the beak piece that Siphon pulled out and the mask, just trying to inspect it for any tech or just gadgetry or whatever.
So you're able to, because you have time and I'm not going to make you roll for that.
Okay.
You're able to piece together that there was a like a tube system, like a very small tube going through the mask into the beak.
Okay.
And you look at the outfit itself, and the tubes appear to be attached to needles that are going into her body, and it was
Oh.
pulling out blood
Oh my gosh.
and pumping it into the other person.
Is Tip able to detach the
Yeah.
tubes and stuff that are going into her? Okay.
It's not
So-
like it's not pretty, but it again, she
Yeah.
doesn't bleed, and the area just blackens up.
Yeah, Tip
Mm.
probably tries to, like I said, to stabilize her and then also isolate the gadgetry
Evidence
and
baggage.
that's involved.
And that's the only, like, you check the rest of her to see if, like, maybe her gloves will have it, and like, let's be super safe in case she wakes up and grabs me.
Yeah.
She's got nothing else. She's just
Okay.
it's a costume with a really, really, really bad mask.
Oh, jeez. Okay. But she seems stable. Quote.
I would
stable.
say nothing about her seems stable.
She's breathing at least.
Correct. She's
That's-
breathing
yeah.
and not dying. Correct. I see.
And
what you're
medical people are on the way.
saying. Okay.
And
They-
Tip would probably give an update of like, there's something of poison or something involved. Heads up.
Delightful, delicious, delightful.
Yeah, Dino has texted Connie like, "Hey, here's what's going on. Here's a pic of John's leg. Here's like a pic of the
Please
stab
advise.
inside of this woman's suit."
You get the leg, and then you just get OMW. And like you
Okay.
can continue sending her things, but she stops responding at that
Yeah.
point. She
Yeah.
is there before emergency personnel,
Yeah, of course.
Hi, Cody.
and she's like, "Where is he? What happened?"
We don't know.
there's this woman here. She asked us to help her. She had this mask on. John pushed me out of the way because she lunged, and her mask stabbed him in the leg, and then the tip broke off into his leg, and
Her costume
Tip knows more about what's going on inside the suit.
Her costume was taking her blood and affecting her, and there was a tube system and stuff, and goes over the whole thing.
All right.
In my professional medical opinion, he's been stabbed by a Morgul blade.
And she's looking at the wound and like takes out a knife, like a pocket knife, not like a a battle knife, and like starts cutting away at his pants.
Okay.
Just the pants.
Oh, okay. Oh, pants. Okay. Whew.
And revealing the leg, you can see it's already spread about twice as big as it was.
Do you want me to just fly him to the
Yes,
hospital?
I want you to
point?
fly him right now.
Cool.
I
Yeah,
can
not
fly. You want me to fly the person?
No, that won't be necessary
Why?
Okay.
because I will take care of her.
Don't.
Is that like kill or?
Yeah.
That is
don't
not
hurt-
kill.
Okay.
Okay.
She has a very
Okay.
sharp edge
She was,
to
she
that
was
stick.
asking us to help her.
Yeah, and I'm going to figure out exactly what's going on with her. What happened here? And she's looking around. She sees a lot of exploded things and does not know about Cardboard Box Robot.
Oh yeah. the
Cardboard robot was here.
Ugh. How?
Spark took them to a junkyard.
She like kicks a newspaper dispenser because she's furious and is just trying to hold it in and just kind of glances at Dino but doesn't say anything, but what you see in her eyes is disappointment.
Oh man.
Because I didn't just beat up this robot.
Yeah. This is what happens when you don't go the siphon way.
Is she taking the person
You
yet?
know
And
where they
she's-
are. They're in the junkyard.
It was minimal damage.
So
They're
Spark is
having a
taking
great
off, right?
time.
Yeah, Sparks already left at this point. As soon as
Okay.
Kai said go, she was like, scoop, bye.
And she's gonna pick up this body and put it on the motorcycle, we'll say, that she arrived in, and start driving back.
The Kirby Craft.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we already offered.
And then
Tip,
you three are standing there in an empty road.
Tip is gonna look at Scythe and go, I guess it wasn't a good idea to give the mask back.
We couldn't have known that.
And then
Probably.
the emergency
Worst
medical
comes to
services arrive. They're like, okay, where are the bodies?
Y'all
They-
took forever.
Y'all took too long. We
Took
got
a-
Uber Eats.
And they're just like, it's our second time this week.
If you want to do something useful, there's a junkyard over there. A cardboard robot is there. Just
Weren't there
like
civilians
make
that
sure
were
that
hurt?
people stay a little bit clear because they're going to be throwing stuff around.
Okay, we'll call that in.
Okay,
Weren't
thank
there
you.
civilians that got hurt too?
Oh yeah, they'll pick up them. Yes,
Okay,
yes.
yeah. Also, the civilians.
Also, that guy's leg's broken.
Yeah. Tip is gonna look at the other two and go, should we do like what we did for Paradox and bring flowers to the hospital for John?
Yeah.
He'll be fine. Like, worst comes to worst, he gets a cybernetic leg.
His leg was okay. I could help build one.
I mean, there's
Oh
really
my God.
there's really no there's no cases of robots with cybernetic parts before, so it's fine. He'll be completely original.
I was gonna say, like, Tip doesn't
Wait,
know
cow-
this.
robots
God,
or
he's gonna be
cowboys?
cowboy
Or
robot.
cowboy, sorry.
Yeah, he's gonna be...
I said it the wrong way.
Oh no, then we can call him Cowboy Bebop.
So
Cowboy Beep Boop.
before we move on to our end of session, Dino,
Uh-huh.
we need to address that look.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I think that this adult is trying to tell you your place in the world.
Oh no.
So
Yeah.
they're trying to take influence. And they are going to try and raise your savior and lower your danger because you were supposed to protect the newbies.
Yeah, he pushed me out of the way.
She didn't know that, and you
in
didn't.
single
Yeah.
combat, and he's still trying to push me out of the way.
Hey, nobody got
Actually, Dino did tell that to Connie.
Oh yeah. Well, then she ignored it because you were supposed to do your job.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Dino.
Do you accept that, or would you reject it?
Oh God, I think I accept it because Dino feels really bad about what happened to John.
All right. So, 1 down on danger, 1 up on savior.
Okay. My savior is now at +3.
I think that's the highest it can go.
That's the highest it can go.
And that is our session.
Yay!
Oh.
We're going to do end of session and then any feedback, and then we're going to all say goodbye. So-
Hooray.
At the end of every session, there's the question: did you grow closer to the team, grow into your image of yourself, or grow away from the team? And we will start in reverse alphabetical with Lynn.
Yeah! Sorry. Let's do grow closer to the team.
Okay. Who made you feel more welcome this time?
Oh.
I have one if you don't.
Yeah. Who do you suggest?
I suggest Siphon for the pranks.
Okay, that's what I was leaning towards.
Okay.
So, yep, Siphon.
Give influence to that character and clear a condition,
Oh, there you have influence, and I
Yeah,
have
we
no
already have
conditions.
or mark a potential.
I'm gonna mark a potential.
All right. Next would be L. Did Dino grow closer to the team, grow into the image of themselves, or grow away from the team?
Oh. I think that they grew a little bit away from the team because that fight did not go as well as it could have.
And it felt like it
Yeah.
was against the status quo of this team. Not that this team is like a murder hobo group, but
Yeah, and
Attempted murder.
We're learning.
they
yeah,
did all
it's like-
acquiesce to your request, and then a team member got gravely wounded for it.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Dino feels real bad about that.
I know.
Dino.
Take influence over you away from a specific character.
Oh, Siphon. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Can I ask why?
Yeah.
She took the mask.
Okay, fair enough.
So, like,
And
somewhere
I
in the back of...
I think
Dino's
actually
one.
the real bad thing was me putting the mask back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
giving the mask
yeah,
back was the issue.
Yeah.
Like, somewhere in the back of Dino's mind is like, you should have seen this. You should have caught this. If you had seen it, you know, this could have been avoided.
Yeah.
That whole, like, teenage blame other people for things that you may have
love-
messed up thing.
I love the
Oh,
fact that
you
of
mean,
this
like, normal
game,
days?
the person who doesn't have superpowers ended up becoming the more BA person, and then also is like kind of our leader. It's
Little bit.
perfect. I love it.
Dino has to be hyper competent or else they'll die.
It's very
Yeah,
fair.
and that seems to be falling apart a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know.
Bailey,
Yep.
grow closer to the team, grow into your own image, or grow away from the team.
I feel like Spark grew closer to the team.
And who did you grow closer to?
Probably Siphon, only because we had that moment of just like, no, I got you. Let's take this down a minute. Because it clearly shows that they're working together, and it's kind of a throwback to the last episode.
Okay.
I like it.
I think that Siphon already has influence.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you want to give influence in clear condition, you can.
That's
But
the
then
problem, is I
Siphon will
have
be
a
able to move your labels.
Yeah, I have a condition that I want to clear, but if I mark potential, that fills my track.
You can do that. And then we could start next session with what you're doing with that.
Just
Mhm.
feeling insecure.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that because I really want that potential.
And Ash.
Okay. Siphon grew into not image of themselves. Grew closer to the team. I don't know. Because like it's tied between like the moments with like helping with Spark's powers or tips.
I love the idea because you established that you had been working on it for weeks of it being Spark.
Okay, yeah.
As much as I love the Tip and Siphon prank scenes, like that is a very good character establishing moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, with Spark, and then I'll mark a potential.
All right.
It's
So
definitely a very mature thing for Siphon, like focusing on helping the team.
and being forward thinking, which is something that Siphon, and this is not an insult, but like Siphon never does.
Yep.
Siphon's just very much a live in the moment
Mhm.
person. So
Siphon has a firm belief that every second they die and a new Siphon is born.
yeah, so it'll be fine. All right. So, any feedback on the session or anything like that we would like to share? I know one of the things, and I'll kind of throw this out there. One of the things I'm trying to do is roll dice less as the GM, because that's how Masks is supposed to be played, and reading the rules is good. And also, I will, just for full disclosure, John getting stabbed was the hard move that had been pocketed earlier.
Okay.
So that's why you did not get a chance to save or anything like that.
Oof.
That's the hard move from
Me not
From
being able
Dee
to
Dee.
comfort
Yeah,
Okay.
it does not have to doesn't have to relate to the actual action that caused it. It's just something that I can keep to.
No,
Sorry, y'all.
So really, it was all Bailey's fault. It's like-
Sorry.
I think it was good.
All right.
Yeah, I got a heads up about this storyline, and I'm glad that you gave
I
me
mean-
that.
Yes, that's why I reached out to everyone and was like, if you need this, talk to me.
Oof. That gives me a little bit of hope because I remember what was in my head. So the good things are coming.
Mhm.
Ish.
You know, in 8 to 10 episodes if you do well.
I think that'll be okay.
All right.
I have to, Ash, when you asked if anyone had a bone saw, I had a moment there where I was like, wait, I do. Because I just have a new character who started who's medically trained and has a bone saw, and I had to use it in my last game.
Also, Tip does, because whatever she's holding can be a bone saw because of her horn.
That's true, but it would probably